even I cannot keep track of, like what I had for breakfast today. I don't remember. I don't know why. Mr. Chiaroscuro, is there anything you wish to share?
Other than appreciation for my hardworking staff at registration, all the volunteers who helped with the con bag stuffing, and a reminder, pre-register next year.
Because we're probably making that more expensive to register on site next year. Mr. Giza, have you anything to add? Especially if you would like to add a nod to the organization that seems to have absorbed you.
I assume you mean the Dorsire regulars?
Them, yes.
Con Ops went okay this year, thanks in part to the Dorsire regulars who manned it overnight for us. Thank you.
Who all attended the dances these past few nights? Music. We have lights. And we have our lasers. I just hope you all enjoyed A quick thanks to my crew, Like Wolf, Mootsfox, Draconum, Shadow Wolf, Fizz Otter, Nightclaw, Darkcat, Valren, Midway, Adi, and of course, last but not least, Rex from the DLCC. Thank you very much.
There was a significant increase in programming this year. I actually did a little check just before closing ceremonies. This year we had over 230 individual items in the programming schedule this year. That's probably 50 more than we had last year. It's the largest amount we've ever had, and it jammed 3.5 days. So the thanks go to all of the people who hosted those panels and to the hardworking programming staff who helped get all those panels put together, as well as our guests of honor and our returning guest of honor, Mr. Jim Martin, Andy Rutten, and Mr. Peter Beagle. Thanks to all of you for all of that. The final nod I want to extend a thank you to, and I don't know if he's here, but he is a person who created the concept of the Fursuit Parade and has been leading every Fursuit Parade at Anthrocon for 15 years. Yappy Fox, if you're around, everybody, one big round of applause for Yappy Fox. And the 854 fursuiters who were in the parade this year. Thank you, everyone.
Rigel, is there anything you'd like to add, or would like to pass it off to Mr. Jorgensen to just... You've already said, you've said your piece, fine fellow that you are. We have had some press coverage this year that was handled in an expert fashion by Zydex, who is sitting just two to my right. Is there a few notes you'd like to make about the press coverage we have had this year, sir?
It seems we had a lot more press coverage this year than in previous years.
Damn straight.
All of it seems to be overwhelmingly positive. I can't think of anything negative that we've seen, and it's been great. I think the press tour went great on Thursday and kept us busy, but overwhelmingly positive coverage.
Should we mention that we were picked up by Reuters, the international press organization, so Anthrocon has been mentioned worldwide?
I should mention that we were picked up by Reuters, which was an international publication that we focus worldwide.
history, ladies and gentlemen, and you have been part of it. Mr. Tigerwolf, would you like to add anything?
Well, just to note that the Internet Den and its related functions seem to have very good attendance this year, so I'm gratified with that. Nothing major broke. Actually, we did have a mouse die, but I think we can cope with that. Oh, yes. And I'd particularly like to thank my staff, Darklaw, Amarok, and Panzer, who have given yeoman's duty to the last umpteen years of all of this, particularly Darklaw, who's managed to come from England for 11 years to support us, and also the volunteers that keep us going overnight. Those folks do above and beyond the call type duty to manage to stay awake. Also tonight we'll be open until at least midnight for folks that need to do boarding passes or print out driving instructions, that sort of thing. So we're probably the last thing in the con to actually shut down, probably sometime after the zoo closes at 1 a.m.
And of course, last but not least, I would be remiss if I did not ask for comments from... Who is that fat bastard anyway?
I have nothing to say.
That is Stahi, our stage ninja, who's become something of a star in his own right. Let's have a hand for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Always means the world to me. Thank you. But I knew you're
Everywhere.
Yay! Mr. Renegade, our representative for the Dorsai Irregulars, is there anything you would like to add or note for upcoming years for this year? We want to thank you once again for your service. The fact that, again, the Dorsai, like all of us, they are volunteers, and these people have taken time out from their jobs. They have spent their vacation days. They have flown on their own expense out here for the simple purpose of making sure that we don't kill ourselves. Renegade, please.
First, I'd like to thank all of you.
Louder, please.
Can you hear me? First, thank you for not killing yourself. The paperwork's a stone bitch.
Just wait.
And for those of you that do die, I want you to know that the river burial is very, very cheap and nobody knows about it.
Everywhere.
Seriously, we can't do our jobs without your help, okay? But in case any of you are wondering, if you stand up and take a look at the back of the room, you will see that there are 54 of us, okay, on duty and have been working on it 24 hours a day since we came here.
Let's bring the Dorsai up front if they're Good church, front and center. That's certainly not all of them, Renegade. They must be shy Dorsai.
Oh, we are definitely shy Dorsai. They're out working down in the loading dock and in the dealer's room packing everything out.
Very good.
Matter of fact, most of us will probably be late for dinner because of it.
We'll feed you.
We know. But anyway, thank you This year, we have had fewer medical calls. Okay, we have had, and most of that is in thanks to many parts to the EMS staff that is on duty here now. You've grown so big that we can no longer handle the medical needs on our own. Okay, so the city of Pittsburgh is contracted with Uncle Cocky to provide EMS service here from 10 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the morning. So they have been on duty, they have been doing yeoman's work for us. We've had fewer medical calls, and overall safety issues, which are our biggest concern, are almost non-existent this year. Okay, we've only had 2 sprained ankles, okay, that I know of, unless somebody hasn't reported them. But again, thank you all very much. We cannot do our jobs without you.
Mr. Renegade and the Dorsey regulars, may I officially invite you to take this contract for 2012, sir? You don't have to answer right away.
Actually, I can. It's already on the calendar.
Thank you, sir. You may go back to work now. Thank you very much. How many folks? How many folks came to the masquerade? Do you remember Kiba, the young lady who came up and regaled us with that serenade? Kiba, where are you? Are you out there? Please come forward. Something very, very interesting happened during the Kage and 2 charity show. Kiba was there, and we were talking about it, and she started her little routine, and of all people, my sister and brother-in-law stepped forward and said, "We know that song. Would you do us a favor? Would you, if we've got some microphones down there, could you take maybe 2 minutes and give us a reprise of what we heard during the charity show? I'll give you my own if necessary." Will one do? Let's take 2.